Good evening, Patriots. Dan Dubois, National President, Canadian Combat Coalition. We're also known as C3. I'd like to wish everybody a happy Easter. I'm hoping everybody's got a full belly. I'm hoping most Canadians got to enjoy some family time to commemorate this great event, which is Easter. We just want to bring you up to speed there, a few things happening. We opened up a page on MeWe. So we're inviting you to join us on MeWe and look for the Canadian Combat Coalition National page. 4 words, Canadian Combat Coalition National. There's another page out there. It's an old page. It's not endorsed by us. We tried to shut it down, but unfortunately we can't delete it. We weren't the admins at the time. So again, Canadian Combat Coalition National is our page on MeWe. So if ever we lose Facebook communication for whichever reason, you can go to MeWe and find us there. And we're going to open up Instagram later on. We're looking to get on all social media pages. Something I want to discuss a bit is that we've come under criticism for our free speech endorsement and policies. I find that strange that patriots that are fighting for free speech would like us to select what we post on our page. Fact of the matter is, when you endorse free speech, that's what you must do. You must endorse it in every way, shape, or form. And it's not about what you believe, what you think. It's about opening your mind and listening to everybody's point of view. And then you decide to agree or disagree with it. And if you disagree with it, scroll on, move on. So we won't be bullied, we won't be quelled. We'll continue our page the way we always have. We approve most posts, unless they're totally abusive or something like that. And that doesn't mean by any way, shape, or form that we actually endorse what's being said. What we're endorsing is your right for the freedom of speech in Canada, which is still a right for the time being, so, let's use it. I want to discuss another thing that came to our attention last night while I was going through Facebook and stuff. Actually, Monique came across it. Midnight last night, our national debt hit $1 trillion. Mismanagement, waste, and corruption in our government will be our demise if we let these things continue to happen. At $1 trillion, your kids are going to be paying this debt. And so much money's been given abroad, it'll never come back. Imagine the good that this government could have done for Canadians that have actually contributed to that $1 trillion. Imagine the good that could have done for us now and in the future. The government's clearly dysfunctional. It's corrupt. And we should make a policy amongst ourselves that we're not going to endorse no more trust fund babies. Guys like Trudeau, born with a silver spoon in their mouth, don't have an idea of what budgeting is, what it's about, and how to do it. Let's face facts, they haven't had to budget. Going around the world spending like a drunken sailor, trying to get what I believe is a seat in the UN, Trudeau is looking to become somewhat of a hero amongst the elite, forsaking the poor and forsaking Canadian citizens that put him in his position and that keep him in the lap of luxury. So, it's time for Canadians to stand up and defend. We've been criticized also for defending ourselves. Well, last time I checked, even in the law, as far as the law sees it, you're allowed to defend yourself. If somebody punches you in the mouth, you're allowed to swing back and punch back in defense. So if your government is persecuting you, it's clear they've thrown the first punch. So we must start defending ourselves. We must start standing up and endorsing rallies and showing people, showing other Canadians that might be scared to voice their opinions, scared to stand up, that they're not alone, that there are groups around Canada, there are patriots around Canada that are standing up all day, every day, and that endorse the agenda of the people taking back the government. Who we're going to vote for? I can tell you that, in my opinion, the Liberal government is totally lost. The Conservative government seems to be making efforts in the right direction, but I can't say that I fully endorse them at this time. We're in a jam, folks. We've hired these elitists, we've endorsed these elitists to rule over us, and they're using their position in the government to further enrich themselves. The thing that I think has got to be brought to light is that evil is a powerful thing. And you got to remember that people that are evil will do and say whatever they must to achieve their goals. So by hook or by crook, by lying or by stealing, they will try to achieve their goals, and usually pretty selfish goals, forsaking everyone around them. And I'm speaking of the super elite like Soros, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, families that with the swipe of a pen could solve starvation in many countries across the world, because fact is 8 families have half of the world's wealth. Sorry, I'm trying to read text at the same time. You know, it's a terrible thing that 8 families have half of the world's wealth. Just think about how much money that is. Just think that guys like Soros could do a gesture as easy as picking up a pen, writing out a check, and solving many world problems. But yet, no, they're gluttons. They want more power and even more wealth. So it's time for us to make a stand. C3 is hosting, no matter what you hear, on no matter where you heard it, on any social media, I'm telling you, you're hearing it from the horse's mouth, that C3 is hosting July 14th and 15th Canadians for Canada rally, Parliament Hill, Ottawa. And we have the permit, and we've made the efforts to make this rally probably the most memorable, if not the biggest rally in Canadians' history to date, and maybe in future, who knows. We've taken a lot of time and a lot of effort to organize this rally. We've been announcing it for months. You've had months to save money. You've had months to make plans, get a babysitter for the dog and the cat, and get babysitters and save money and get time off work or what have you to come to this rally. So we would strongly advise people who want to bring positive change to Canada that you're not going to do it sitting at home. So please join us at our rally on July 14th and 15th on Parliament Hill in Ottawa. And I'll tell you, that creating the MeWe page and that, well, that was something, looked almost like the two one-legged people at an ass-kicking contest. Me and Monique had a lot of frustrating moments putting that together today, but we persevered and we got her done, and there's a page up there. And there's going to be one on Instagram, and we're going to try to get on all social media, not only to defend, but to spread what we do, and that's awareness, whether it be positive or negative. The people have a right to know. The people have a right to know what's true and what isn't true. It's easy to get poisoned by CBC and CNN and all the fake news out there. So we're trying to keep it real. We're trying to keep it on a level where everyone will get their say. And that way, by being on all social platforms, we can also defend against... We've got some haters out there. I don't know why people hate good people, but there's some bad people out there that just hate the progress that we're making. They hate that we're good people spreading awareness across the country. We're gaining strength. We're growing by leaps and bounds. We're cross-country. We're actually nationwide now. We've got members all over the world. And C3 is actually becoming something that you can be proud of, because we're fighting for your rights and your freedoms in Canada, not just for our own. I'd like to see my children, my grandchildren grow up in the Canada that I grew up in. A free Canada, a multicultural Canada, a Canada where we all come together as one in a positive manner, in trying to spread a good life for all of us. This government clearly has a hidden agenda. I believe it's corrupt beyond belief. There's more than meets the eye. And I endorse anyone that stands up and makes videos and is spreading awareness about what's going on. So if anything, spread these videos, spread the word that July 14th and 15th in Ottawa, we got awesome speakers. It plans, the weather should be right. There's plenty of campgrounds. We're looking to get some land where we can all meet together. If not, there's plenty of hotels. There's all kinds of shared accommodations available. You can rent a house if you need for the weekend. It's out there. So we're hoping that you join us. Again, I'll say it one more time, July 14th and 15th in Ottawa, Parliament Hill. Starts at noon. Please meet us there. Please join us there, and let's show this corrupt government that Canada and Canadians have had enough. Bring a sign, and you can put on that sign whatever this government has done that you don't agree with. You make it a rally of your own. If it's M103, if it's the Omar Khadr payout, if it's carbon tax, whatever it may be. This is the time to be seen and heard. Hopefully mainstream media will report on us, and if that happens, we've opened a gate, we've opened a door to maybe get Canadians that are afraid or unaware that they're not alone in their beliefs to stand up, and let's get rid of this terrible government. I believe Trudeau should be charged as a traitor and should be imprisoned. It's simple as that. I don't think just throwing him out of government suffices. The man needs to be jailed for what he's done to this country. So once again, come to our rally, join our page, Canadian Combat Coalition National, now on Facebook and MeWe. We hope to see you there. Have a great Easter and have a great evening, and we'll see you again, Patriots. Good night.